What's good, y'all? Um, I'm addressing this video to the SABC. I want to know what's really going on there because what did you guys think was going to happen when you kicked out Claudi like a dog? What did you actually think was going to happen to the SABC when you kicked out Claudi like a dog? The one guy who took the SABC into the black. From the red to the black. The guy fixed all the ledgers, balanced all the books, took the SABC from being a problem in the state coffers and turned it into a profit-making machine. What do you think was going to happen when you kicked him out like a dog? I'm not understanding because I'm still waiting for the turnaround strategy. He was kicked out, I think, in 2017. By 2020, in fact, the lockdown saved the SABC. If it wasn't for everyone staying at home and watching SABC for the 2 years, 2020 and 2021, that thing would have fallen a long time ago. I'm not understanding why now the SABC is trying to strong arm Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and all the big streamers in this country. Like mafia tactics, like true mafia tactics, like true mafia tactics. Like, we need a peace, huh? We need a peace. Give us a little thing, eh? A taste of the action. Nah, man. I'm not understanding what's going on. You guys stopped 90-10. 90% local content. You stopped it and you said it was done wrongly. Not that it was bad, but you said it was not well done. It wasn't packaged right. It's 2026 and you're still waiting on something that a person did in one night. Claudi waited one night and said tomorrow, 90-10, and it happened. And you guys still can't fix up the process. I can tell you what happened. Claudi broke the international sunset clauses that you guys had signed. And then you sent the Stratcom agents, what's her name? Griselda Lewis and her gang. And you guys manufactured consent to the country to kick out the one guy who was doing something so well. The one guy who was paying everyone's salaries. You said, no, screw that guy. We don't want that guy. We don't like how he speaks. He doesn't have a matric. He doesn't tick our boxes. Yet he was making sure that you guys could finance your cars, finance your houses, and live right. All the people who are not working for Stratcom were always giving us a thumbs up with the 90-10. As an artist in the country, submitting my music during the 90-10 era, we would hear our stuff being played. Even if it's for 2 days, it doesn't matter. It had never been played before. We would hear our friends' stuff. In fact, that's why we were listening so much, because we knew that at some point, either my song or a friend's song or someone I know is going to appear on radio. Therefore, I must be listening so I can call them and let them know, hey, I heard your stuff. Amazing. But then you guys decided to stop that. Because Abo Rich, Nabo Brook, Nabo Logan didn't get their money. All the sunset clauses with the Bell Company, all those things were put into problematic areas because you had promised them all these years that you're gonna take care of their old wasted soap operas and keep them going on this side. There's a reason why Tamia can come and fill up a venue. There's a reason why any of these stars from America, whether they're as good as Tamia or whether they're as washed up as whoever, they will come to South Africa and find an audience because that's all we've been fed our whole lives. Our own artists can't make comebacks the way the American artists come and revive themselves in our shores, getting paid in dollars. But we can't have that kind of beautiful revival for our people because you guys are busy financing the RCA record labels. All the labels that are signed up to RCA are the ones that are right now working at the SABC. All the charts are given from overseas charts, and then they are sort of randomized and localized. I'm looking here in Mpumalanga as a person who has lived here my whole life in this province. There's never been any significant change in Kwala Kwala FM ever. And that's what they call the SABC. In my province, the SABC is got no visuals. It's just radio. You just hear it. The reason why the SABC has fallen is because it's only serviced one province, and that's the Gauteng province. Ever since, I've been saying this for the last 12 years now. For the last 12 years, I've been saying this. That entire organization is servicing one province. When Hlaudi was in charge, when Hlaudi was getting kicked out, we started seeing real things happening. We started seeing very talented people like Quintin Linyai, who was kicked out of SABC Mpumalanga by people who were running it like a mafia. He was bringing change. He was adding things, and he was hated for that because he was breaking the status quo. I must say this. There was a concerted effort to remove Quintin Linyai. So many rumors were made up. All this nonsense was made up about that guy only because he did not guinya. He didn't buy into the mafia. He didn't think that this was his family business. He was using it as a state resource to help and facilitate things for the youth and for everyone who needed it. Then you guys are now falling so hard. You first were strong-arming people. We've been getting all these SMSs about our TV license. No one's going to pay that nonsense. People have been complaining about how trash generation is for years, and you guys have not, all you did have moved it from time slot to time slot instead of getting rid of that production and starting something brand new. So what if people's jobs go missing? There are people who are homeless anyway in this country. Why can't other people ever get a job? This whole generations and all that, these are all sunset clause type of relationships. The thing that broke the SABC in the first place. The thing that Claudi came to fix. Now, Netflix is supposed to kick up a piece. Prime, Amazon Prime is supposed to add some juice. Give us a little taste. No ways. Now, instead of you guys actually reinventing yourselves and understanding that, another thing that kills me the most, when Saudi brought in the guys who ended up running ANN7, when it was, what is it, the new age, and having all those business briefings, it was the first time I, as a citizen in my country, was gaining knowledge, gaining and learning how the system is working. When those panels were always there, I was learning how my country is finally functioning. Because at all this time, we hadn't known who was in charge of what. But it was all those things. And that's when it was attacked. And by who? By Griselda Lewis and her army of minions. Sent by Stratcom and sent by Bell Pottinger to go and destroy the one positive thing that was happening for us as the people of this country, being informed, getting news in the morning. And they said, oh, it's the Gupta. But when Rupert, who is an oligopolist and a monopolist of this country, is funding everything at the SABC, no one has a problem. When journalists are hopscotching and just speaking spurious lies about Gupta's and Zuma's mansions in Dubai, that's okay. Sanef doesn't bat an eyelid, right? But when Saudi says, guys, can we please give good news about the country? We understand there's a lot of negativity in this country. But how are investors going to bring money into this country when all you do is bring bad news? So you only report bad news. And then when the Rand suffers, you report about the Rand suffering because of the bad news. He was literally saying, let's break this loop. Let's break this cycle. But no, he spoke to the wrong crowd. He was basically telling the people, I know what you guys are doing, and I'm trying to change this. Can we do it properly? And they attacked him. They said, no, he's trying to control us. He's trying to control our narrative. He's trying to do this. We remember this, Griselda Lewis. We remember this. You are one of the worst people I've ever seen when it comes to fighting for the people. All you fight for are the Ruperts and the old guard. Her and her crew going around making rumors. He's threatening us. He's doing all these things. We remember all this nonsense. Where is it now? A few years ago, there was a fire in the SABC because no one was being able to pay for repairs. No one was fixing that building. 4:10. We remember all those things. And now you're going and trying to chase away all these investors who are coming through, the Netflixes, all these guys who are coming to bring new life, inject new passion into our people. You want to say, nah. You want to kick them out so you can have the monopoly again. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Until you guys understand that the SABC should be SABC, South African Broadcasting Corporation, not Johannesburg Broadcasting Corporation. Vele akuvalwe lento man. Ayisalivalwa vele. Ayivalwe. Imisebenzi asanandaba ngoba almost everyone is unemployed anyway. 47% of the youth is unemployed. People are not even looking for jobs anyway. Akusale kuvalwa. Siqale kabusha. Start brand new with those resources there. Because you guys clearly have failed. Or you bring back Saudi. It can still be done. He's still young enough to come back and fix that thing. And we give him a fixed term and say 5 years or 6 years, fix this thing. Or 3 years, fix this thing. He can do it. But you can't do that because you'll be admitting that you guys lied to us and destroyed this state resource so that you can buy it. I'm sure Canal Plus was supposed to be buying Ilokunjan. Canal Plus would have probably bought the SABC if it wasn't for lockdown and having people watch the SABC so much. They were probably supposed to buy the SABC instead of DSTV. Because that's what was happening at that time. We break a state organization so that we can sell it off to the highest bidder. Tough titties. Anywho, I just think that you guys shut the bed and you must sleep in it. Take everything that you've done and sleep in it and die. Wither and die in your mess. We need new leadership. We need, like, from the top to the bottom, we need new people in the SABC. From the Mpumalanga. I'm a kid who grew up in Mpumalanga. In high school, there was a DJ called Matumani. In high school. I'm damn near 40. The nigga is still on the air doing the same shit that he was doing when I was in high school. And then we're talking about upskilling. Hi, peace.